Okay, Sridhar Subhadavasa. Have a nice day. Today I am going to discuss with you a new lesson that is from grade 11 syllabus. It is an important lesson because it's a new point. You have already discussed transactions, accounts related to most of the trading institutions or organizations, but you haven't discussed anything related to production companies or manufacturing concerns or manufacturing companies. So this lesson is related to manufacturing organizations. For example, in Sri Lanka we can have Damro company, Hydram company, and Brandix. They are having a production process in the factory itself. So they must estimate the cost per unit, and they estimate the total cost. It happened practically. So here we are going to understand something about production process. So what is production cost? Actually, production cost is the total expenses incurred related to a specific product. Production cost is the total expenses incurred related to a specific product. Then, if we take a garment factory, in the garment factory they are producing garments or clothes. You take a shirt, they are producing shirts. Then they have to estimate cost per shirt, and finally they estimate total cost of production. So you just understood production cost. Then there are different classification of cost depending on nature of the product. We can classify total cost in different manners. Here we basically classify the production cost depending on nature of the product. Then what is actually element of production cost? Elements means how the production cost consists of, or how they have classified their production cost. Right. Every production cost, we can mainly classify the cost into two parts. One is direct cost, other one is indirect cost. One is direct cost, other part is indirect cost. What do you mean by direct cost? There can be cost. They just vary with the production level of number of units. They are called direct cost. Or we can simply define in another manner, direct cost is the cost which can be directly attributable to the product. For example, material cost or labor cost, direct other cost. They can be directly attributable to the final product. Then here we can further classify your direct cost. One is direct material, other one direct labor, and direct other cost. Okay? How can you classify again direct cost? Into three parts. Number one, direct material. Number two, direct labor. Number three, direct other cost. Right. Then I will define indirect cost. What is indirect? The cost which does not vary with the production unit, so production level, is called direct cost. In another manner, the cost which cannot be directly attributable to a product is called indirect cost. I will give you the definition again. The cost which cannot be directly attributable to a product is called indirect cost. Again, we can classify indirect cost into three parts: indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Okay? Like what we classified indirect cost, here again we have classified indirect cost into three parts: indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Right. Then we can discuss direct cost again one by one. What do you mean by direct material? If you take a garment factory, they are producing garments, or if you take shirts, blouses, skirts, different type of garments. Then what is direct material? Direct material is the cost which will become the final finished product. What is included in the finished product is direct material cost. How can you define direct material cost? Direct material cost is the cost which is included in your final product. If you take garment factory, they are producing shirts. Then what is included in a shirt is direct material. We normally use fabrics or clothes to be produced a shirt. Then the final product will be a shirt. Then what will become the finished product is the direct material. If you take in a carpentry shop, we are producing chairs, tables, almirahs like that. Then we use wood to be produced furniture. Then what will become the final product? That is the direct cost, direct material cost. Therefore, we can define direct material cost is the cost which is included in the finished product. Okay, right. What is direct labor? Direct labor is the payments made to employees, those who are directly involved in the production process. You take garment factory, if you take machine operators are directly involved in the production process, so they are paid salaries and wages. Then that cost is directly attributable to the product. So we just define like this: the payments made to employees, those who are directly involved in the production process, is called direct labor cost. Right. If you take carpentry shop, then the carpenter is paid a salary of it. That is direct labor cost. Right. Then if you take a book printing company, then there are employees, those who are directly working with the machines, printing machine. They are paid salary. That is direct labor cost. Right. Then we can take direct other cost. You know how to define all the direct other expenses in addition to incurred direct material direct labor, or all the expenses or all the direct expenses other than direct material and direct labor are called direct other expenses. Example, you can have royalty. Royalty paid to a author of a book in a book printing company. Actually, sometimes the author, he or she doesn't have fresh machines to be produce books, no? Then he will assign the jobs to another company, then they will pay something to the author. Therefore, if you discuss about the manufacturer side, then what the manufacturer pays to the author of a book is called sometimes royalty, right? We discussed these three parts which are coming under direct cost. Then we can move to indirect cost. Indirect cost has three elements: indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. If you take indirect material, you understood direct material. Actually, sometimes indirect material cost will not become a part of the physical product or final product. To take carpentry shop, we are producing furniture. Then we use polish, sometimes sandpapers. They won't be included in the final product, but we will have used those things in the production process. I will again give you some example. Sandpapers, and we are using nails and polish, right? Sometimes we are use lubricating oils. Then they are coming under indirect material cost, right? But we cannot identify directly how much we have to incur for 1 unit, like that's why we say indirect material cost, right? You got it? Then indirect labor cost. There are employees, those who are not directly involved in the production process. For example, in a garment factory, there can be supervisors, there can be managers, factory managers, and there can be foremen. They are not directly involved in the production process. They organize the factory, they supervise the factory, they manage the factory, but they are also paid. But we cannot directly attribute the payment made to them. So it is coming under indirect labor. The payments made to employees, those who are not directly involved in the production process, is called indirect labor. You understood? Then we can come to final element. It is indirect other cost. That means overheads. All the overheads other than indirect material cost and indirect labor cost are called indirect other cost. For example, in the factory, we have the factory maintenance cost, machine repair cost, You have understood depreciation. We have to depreciate factory machines, then depreciation of factory machines, the rent, factory expenses, rent expenses, factory insurance expenses will be coming under indirect other costs. So you go understanding about classification of production cost. Now you have got an idea about the production process and element of production cost. So we just move to understand it with an exercise. Right. If you take actually direct material, this much, direct labor equal this one, and direct other cost this one. Right. Then you take the total. This is called total direct cost. Right. Here I have given you how can you calculate total direct cost. First element direct material, second element direct labor, third element direct other cost. Then we can have the total, that is the addition of these three elements. It is called total direct cost, or we say prime cost. Prime cost. Okay, prime cost is a similar term. What is prime cost? Prime cost is the cost. It is consists of three parts: direct material cost, direct labor cost, and direct other cost. So total direct cost equal to prime cost. You understand, right? Then we can move to indirect cost. Indirect cost also has three elements. One is indirect material, right? Then indirect labor, again like this, and indirect other cost or overhead. Right, we say overheads. Right, we can take total of these three elements, and that is called total indirect cost. Total indirect cost. Okay, you understood? Indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, indirect other cost. Then addition of these three will be equal to total indirect cost. Right. Then you have already understood about direct cost and classifications related to indirect cost and indirect cost, and under that there are three elements: indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other cost. Okay, right. I would like to discuss a small exercise which are given in your exercise book. Right. For you to understand, here you come to page number 110. I am using this book. Actually, this book is available in any school. Those having English medium, business and economic studies subject, and also both in government schools and international semi-government schools. Right. So first I use this book. It is easy for you to understand. Right. Now I am going to explain how can you solve these questions. Right. The answer is given in the book, but anyway, I would like to explain the answer again. Here, you are given some details related to printing press. Printing paper 40,000, ink 5,000, printing machine operator wages 15,000, printing machine operator wages 50,000, royalty is paid to an author 150 rupees each of 100 books. Total cost will be 50,000 rupees. Then we can calculate prime cost. Right. What is prime cost? Here, as a principle, you can write the formula: prime cost equal direct material plus direct labor and direct other. You can arrange your answer other way around also. I just arrange my answer horizontally. Here you are going printing paper, that is, it comes under direct material cost. And again you are going in. If you take actually printing shop, both printing paper and ink will come under direct material cost. Therefore, we have to take ink also under prime cost. That is 5,000 right. Then you are given printing machine operator wages. It comes under direct labor. Right. That is 15,000. Okay. Then again you are given royalties. I explain what is royalty. Royalty paid by an author of a book is direct other cost. Right. If you want to do A-level accounting, then we will be explaining further regarding royalties. I just gave you an idea about royalties. Then here you are given royalties paid to author 150 rupees each for 100 books. That means if they produce one book, then they have to pay 100 rupees, 150 rupees for the author. Here they have produced 100 books, then 100 into 150, again it will be 15,000 rupees. It comes under direct other cost. Right. Then we can take the answer here 45,000. Again 15,000 direct labor and direct other expenses will be another 15,000. Right. We can take the total 15 plus 15, 30, 30 plus 45 will be 75,000. Right. At the exam you have to write the symbol of Sri Lankan rupee, then like this. Right. Okay. We got the answer, final answer. The prime cost is 75,000. Okay. Now I would like to discuss the same exercise available in the textbook, which is coming under indirect cost. Right. Here you are given another business organization name, Renuka Book Printing Press. Then the press has incurred 12,000 for lubricating oil, 20,000 for supervising salaries, 30,000 and 50,000 factory rent and insurance. If you take 12,000 for lubricating oil, that is coming under indirect material. Right? We have used lubricating oil for the machines. Then if you take 20,000 for supervising salaries, it is coming under indirect labor. Supervisors are not directly involved in the production process, they supervise the employees, therefore it comes under indirect labor. Then if you take 30,000 rent is overheads, because we can't identify rent expenses per unit wise or production level. We have to absorb for the whole production depending on the specific method. You will learn those things for A-level. Right. But if you take rent expenses, it comes under indirect other expenses for overheads. Then another 50,000 is given as factory insurance. Insurance also does not come under direct expenses, it comes under indirect other expenses, because we cannot directly attribute to the product these two expenses also. Right? When it comes to insurance and factory rent, both are indirect other expenses. Right. Then we can produce the answer for you to understand this exercise for you to understand indirect cost. Right. You can just write indirect cost equal indirect. Here I have written I to indicate indirect material plus indirect labor plus indirect other cost, that is overheads. Right. Here you are given indirect material, lubricating oil 12,000, right, plus indirect labor you are given 20,000. 20,000 and indirect other cost, you are given two type of indirect other cost. One is factory rent, that is 30,000, Again you are given another expense insurance 50,000, that is also indirect other expense which is coming under the cost. Then if you wish you can write it again 12,000, that is indirect material plus indirect labor 20,000, and as we are given two type of indirect other costs 50,000 and 30,000, total will be 45,000. 30 plus 50, 45,000. Then final answer rupees 45,000 plus 20,000, 65. 65 plus 12,000, 77,000. Final answer. Total indirect cost will be 77,000. Okay. I think you may have understood regarding prime cost and indirect cost. So we can more discuss what is available under final activities. You come to page number 112. You are given another activity 3. Activity 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have got 3 activities. They are available on the page number 112. Right. We can discuss those 3 questions, but I will discuss first only 2. That is 1 and 3. You can do activity number 2 as a homework, right? Okay, you come to first activity. Classify the given cost below in 2, direct and indirect. You understood what is direct and what is indirect. So even at the exam we are given this type of questions. That's why I decided to use this book. You are given nice exercises, then it will help you to understand the lessons easily. Right. Then I will arrange the answer like this. Here you are given 2 type of business matters. We can take at the end direct and indirect headings. Then you take the nature of product, source and expenses. Expenses, okay? Right. You can arrange to answer like this. Right. Then number 1, leather. Leather, you know, if you want to prepare shoes, you have to use leather as the main material. So it comes under direct material cost. It will be direct. Right. Then nails and polish. Actually, nails and polish you have used to make shoes, but it will be in the final product. Actually, nails and polish, but anyway, we cannot directly identify. We cannot directly attributable to a product. So we have to take those 2 items, nails and polish, under indirect. Indirect material cost. Right. You come to salary. Salary for the shoemaker. Salary for the shoemaker. You know, shoemaker is directly involved in the production process. He is the person who makes shoes. Therefore, what he is paid coming under direct labor. Right. Then last item from source, machine maintenance cost. Machine maintenance cost. Machine maintenance cost, you know, that is indirect other cost. Right, we finish first part. If you take leather, that is direct material. Nails and polish, indirect material. Salaries paid to shoemaker, direct labor, and machine maintenance cost, indirect other cost. Fine. You understood that part? Okay. Now we can move to second product, that is bread. Bread. Under that you are given wheat. Wheat, flour. Actually that is direct material. You know, if you are producing breads, we are using wheat flour as the main material. What expense? If we take what expense, we cannot directly identify how much we have to use for one loaf of bread. So it will be indirect material expense. Then salary to bread maker, bread maker is the main person who works in the bakery or in a bakery. The salary paid to bread maker is direct labor. It counts for direct expenses. Then salary to watchman. Watchman does not involve in the production process in the bakery. He looks after bakery. So payments made to watchman will be coming under indirect labor cost. Indirect labor cost. Indirect labor cost. Here we are given 4 items. Wheat flour comes under direct cost. Water expenses, indirect expenses, indirect material, and salary to bread maker, direct labor cost, and salary to watchman, indirect labor cost. Right. You understood both exercises. Then I will assign you to do activity number 2. It is easy for you to understand. You prepare. Anyway, later on I will discuss even activity number 2. I think you may have understood my classification about production cost and elements of cost, and I gave definition for prime cost and overhead cost, indirect cost, direct cost, and I gave you a table for prime cost and overhead cost. Finally, I did 2 activities from your textbook. Then I would like to say this is an important lesson, because even at the exam you can decide to select this question, because this is a new, because you have already discussed all the lessons, but they all are from trading businesses, but this is related to manufacturing concern or manufacturing company. Therefore, this is new for you. Please study well and be aware of these cost elements and do the same exercise. My advice is you can complete this theory part and try to solve all the past paper questions. I will discuss with you all the past paper questions related to this lesson. So I think you may have understood something regarding this lesson, that is statement of production cost. If you have got something, you can please share this with your friends and others, and also don't forget to subscribe me. If you wish to subscribe me, you can just click subscribe button below my video, and also you can just click bell icon. Then again you can switch on your notifications. Then it will help us to send my videos direct to you. So that is enough for the day. I will come to meet you with the balance part of the lesson with another video. Then thank you very much. Have a nice day.